What's up, everybody? I'm Mischief, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about my sleep system I used on my last from Springer to the Mason-Dixon line. It started in February. Didn't hike in the spring much. Went through summer and then fall. So my sleep system ranged kind of wildly. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, first up, we're going to talk pads. Back in February, I was using this guy. The X-Ped Sim-Mat MW medium wide winter. Now, this thing is super comfortable. It's heavy, but it don't have like the Mylar seats in it. It actually has synthetic insulation between the baffles. That's what gives it its R value. Its R value is a little over 5, and it's great for wintertime. The only bad thing is it don't pack down very small, but it's super comfortable, and for wintertime this is an awesome pad. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and it kept my backside warm when I had my quilts. For a quilt back then, I was using this guy. This is the Hammock Gear 0 degree. It's an older quilt, as they still had their horizontal baffles then. My buddy Mark, again, back in 2019, whenever I was first getting back going again, he gifted me this because he wasn't using it no more back in October, I think. And it served me pretty well back in February and March. Like, I stayed pretty daggone warm, and I'll continue using it this winter as well. But yeah, Hammock Gear, can't go wrong with them in my opinion. And something else I did with every single one of these setups I was going to show you. This right here. It's the Gossamer Gear Thin Light pad. It only weighs a little over 2 ounces, and it's full length for both of my pads. I cut it to where it would cover the whole length. I use this as my sit pad during the day. At night, I use it underneath my sleep pad for 2 reasons. It helps protect the pad to keep it from puncturing, and 2, it keeps it from sliding around on your slick floor of your tent. And it's just more functional, more uses than a Thermarest Z-Seat, in my opinion. Then, after it warmed up, I switched to this. This is the Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite. Love this pad. It is so comfortable. This is the regular length, regular width, 20 inches wide by 70 something another length. Super comfortable. It's not as noisy as it was in the begin with. After you use them a while, they don't get as crinkly. Now, I did have a little issue with this. I got 2 holes on the top of it, not under it, somehow or another. And I got one of them patched, and I'm still trying to get it to hold air from the other one. I don't know. I've tried, and I can't get the hole to actually plug and hold air. So what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is order one of the patch repair kits from Thermarest on like REI or Backcountry or something, and try that, because that's what that first hole was patched with, and it don't leak anymore. I just was trying to use tenacious tape, and it's not working. So hopefully I can get this fixed and I'll be able to take it out on the trail with me next year. If not, this will be what I'm going to end up getting again, because I absolutely love it, and you can't beat it for just right at 12 ounces. During the summer, I use this guy. This is the Mountain Lord Designs FKT quilt. Now, this quilt is a little bit different than your normal quilt. One, it's made out of synthetic, but it actually has 2 temperature ratings. The bottom half, from midways down to your feet, is rated to 38 degrees. This top half, where from your waist up, is rated to 48 degrees. The idea behind this, and it's an awesome idea, and I love this quilt for the summer. Most people in the time of year you would use this would not be carrying insulation for their bottom, like long underwear. So it makes it where you can handle down to about, I would say comfortably about 45 degrees. But then everybody usually carries their puffy all year. You add that puffy to this, you're good down to the same amount you would be with the bottom. And another really cool thing about this, you can actually wear it as a coat. I'll put it on and show you a little clip of that. But yeah, for summertime, love, love, love this thing. Now the rest of the year, I use this guy. This is my hammock gear, 30 degree with 2 ounces of overfill. It's not all that puffy right now because I had it stuffed in the backpack to bring it out here. But this thing is awesome. It's the premium version, 900 feel, 10D with the Moroccan blue and the black interior. Love it. I got some good testing in this thing, and I'm good in it to about 27 degrees. And whenever I got to the Shenandoahs, because I knew I had a pretty good chance I was going to see some temperatures under 27 from Rockfish Gap to the Mason-Dixon line. So when my buddy Wolf come to meet me, I got him to bring this back to me, and I just doubled them up, and that system worked out amazing. I loved it. Like whenever I would have a really condensation-y night or a whole lot of moisture in the air, my down would stay completely dry. This would be a little bit damp, but I would just hang it up on a tree or something later on in the day. 5 minutes, this was dry. So I'm really liking the down synthetic combo for cold weather. It's a little bit heavier. Like my 0 degree quilt, it weighs right around 27 ounces. This weighs 13 and a half. This weighs just a hair over 19 ounces. So it's a little bit of a weight penalty, but I definitely prefer this in the wintertime. So now, let's talk pillows. For a while, I was using this. It's the Nemo Philo pillow. Not the elite version, but the regular version. It's got air baffles, and then it's like a foam top. Super, super, super comfortable. But this material on the bottom, it would slide around everywhere. But I would just put a shirt over top of it. But the reason I don't carry this anymore is because it weighs almost 10 ounces. It's pure luxury. I take it with me on shorter trips, but definitely would not take this on a long hike. But I did for about 2 weeks, and I sent it home and started using. I don't have it out here with me, but my Z-Packs fleece lined dry bag, That thing is awesome. Especially in the summertime. It's got that fleece and you most of the time don't need your puffy. Put that in there, is an awesome, awesome pillow. But once it started getting colder, I was starting to sleep with no pillow because I didn't have no clothes to put in there. So I was gifted this by Gary Collins. Appreciate it, brother. I love this thing. It has a little strap to it that goes around your quilt. It's not on there. It's in my room somewhere. I didn't realize it until just now. But this is the Trekology 2.0 pillow. It's super, super comfortable. I love this like material they use up here. I did get a little itty bitty hole in it right there somehow or another. Probably where I fell asleep with my headlamp all the time, half the time, because it was so comfortable I wouldn't realize I had it on. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah. It's an awesome little pillow and it's only like 15 bucks on Amazon. Super comfortable and yeah, it's a little bit heavier than the Sea to Summit, but I love the strap idea. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I used. This isn't going to be a long video because I had nothing negative really to say about any of the gear I used. It all worked extremely, extremely well for me, other than the Thermarest pad. I just got that one hole in it that I cannot, it's a real slow leak. Like it'll stay. What's weird about it, the last couple days I was on trail, after I thought I had it patched but I didn't, some nights it won't lose air at all. Like I wake up, it's still fully inflated. But the next night, I'm about halfway down in the ground. So I don't know if while I'm laying down, if I'm covering up the hole or what. But I have, like I said, I'm going to get the repair kit and hopefully that will work. But other than that, my gear worked extremely, extremely well in the sleep department. Like I have no complaints at all. And I highly recommend like hammock gear quilts. That's supposed to be like 30 degrees and then you add the 2 ounces to it. That should put it around 25, 27 degrees comfort. And that's exactly what it is for me. Now I actually sleep cold because of my frostbite. Like it just makes me naturally colder. So if it's keeping me warm at that temperature, they're doing something right. But I'm always saying I highly recommend and all this, but one thing, don't go by my recommendation. Go do your own research and decide for yourself if that piece of gear is right for you. What works for me may not work for you, but in my mind, it's an awesome piece of gear. So, anyways, I hope you all had a great day. Have an even better night. And if you got any value out of this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helped me out, and I really appreciate everybody following along. But I hope you all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all on the next.